Hey guys, I'm here again with Eddie Moore. You guys are all big fan of him. You're always talking about him on the channel. So welcome again back to the show. How are you doing, Eddie?
Very good, thanks, man. It's good to be back. Good to be seeing you, and yeah, excited for the season.
So new season. You're coming off international games. Obviously, I need to ask you there. Maybe let's start there with the New Zealand tour. Your experience over there. It didn't go obviously the way you wanted it to, but what did you learn from that experience and being there with Coach Shukri and some other budding future Proteas?
Look, it was awesome. Obviously, the call came a little bit unexpected, which was no excuse whatsoever. Obviously, you've been preparing yourself for the big stage and being a Protea player all your life. You know, it's something that I've certainly dreamt about when I was a kid. But when the opportunity came, look, people can prepare you as much as possible, or there can be mental doctors and psychologists and the works. But when you're on the big stage and when you're actually putting on that Protea shirt and walking out to bat in front of crowds and playing with a Protea badge on your shoulder and on your forehead, it's a different story. It's a different type of pressure that no one can probably prepare you for. But I think I've learned a lot in that series and playing against in New Zealand away from home, in a whole completely different environment. Some guys, I mean, I was one of 7 guys that made the debuts on that trip, so it was a challenge within itself. But for me personally, I've obviously wanted to do well and show that I can play at that level, which my first innings, I think I faced about 50 balls for my 23 runs, and I felt really comfortable at the crease, which I took a lot of positives out of. It certainly wasn't a case where I felt out of depth or anything like that, so that answered a lot of questions for me personally, and could still gain or took a lot of confidence from that tour going into my season. So awesome experience, a lot of learning took place on and off the field. It's certainly, I can tell most people that ask me about this, or tell people out there that that's where you want to be playing your cricket at, and yeah, I'll do whatever I can to hopefully get another opportunity at the top level.
Yeah. So what did you take from that you're going to add to your game now going into the new season?
I think a big thing is to, not to take the emotion out of it sometimes. It's a big learning curve I went through over there, sometimes obviously, presenting Western Province or whichever team you play for, it's, comes with expectations and emotions. But when you're playing for your country and you have a lot more external factors, I'd say, and just to simplify things on the day and dealing with that type of pressure is something I can learn from. I feel like I've gone to the extreme now, and try to take that same intensity and mindset and the way I view my game forward into the season. I think it will mean a lot to me.
Are you going to be focusing more on a specific format, or do you still want to play all 3 formats at the highest level?
I think the mistake I made previously in my career is I focused too much on a specific format, whereas now I'm in a stage, I am 31, I do see myself as kind of a senior batsman in the team, and I want to do well in all 3 formats. I want to compete and make sure that we compete in all 3 formats, and make sure that I'm the leader in the batting group. Regardless of Proteas coming down in and out of the team, I still want to be cementing my spot in all 3 formats and doing well in all 3 formats. I can't really point out one certain format. I know most people see me as a 4-day player or as a test player or whatever, but I feel like I can add a lot of value in white ball cricket as well.
Just a message out there to the fans that have been supporting you and what they can expect from Eddie Moore this season.
Look, first of all, thank you for all the support. I've been blessed in my career, I think, with a really good, well, we don't want to call it a fan base, but a lot of good support, and I have a great supporting structure, and thanks for that. Look, you're not much different from me. I'll still be Eddie Moore. I'll still be the fiery character, trying to lead from the front and putting up good performances and hopefully break boundaries this season, Every season I go into, I try to set myself goals and targets, and this season will certainly be to break boundaries, and hopefully that comes with a few personal career bests and hopefully a few more trophies in the cabinet as well.
Thanks, Eddie, for coming on and giving me the chance.
Legend, buddy. Thank you. All the best. Cheers.
Shot, bro.